G'day guys and welcome to Retrospectreviews. I'm Vince and it's the first week in May, so that means we go back and have a look at everything I picked up over the month of April. So let's check it out. Well guys, as you're aware, with the pandemic in the world and most of us being locked up in home, I haven't had the chance to go to any charity shops or thrift shops or second-hand places. And I've been staying away looking at anyone selling stuff on, say, Facebook or Gumtree or something like that. Anywhere that I have to go to somebody else's place, I've just been avoiding. So I have been looking online back at eBay and stuff like that. Been taking my time trying to look in places where people who are just not aware of really what they have. I'm not looking at cheating out anyone, but it's people who really know what they have, really jack up their prices, especially on eBay, or people who think they know what they have. I have seen so many games that are so common at every charity shop, thrift store, second-hand place, and they can't sell them, and these people on eBay are trying to sell them for 20, 30, 40 bucks. Ridiculous prices. That's why before the pandemic happened, I was going to really stay off eBay. I've got a few saved listings, but I was only going to bid on those if they were at a reasonable price. So I did pick up 3 things, and they were quite reasonable, so I was quite glad with that. So no more chitter-chatter, let's jump in and check out what I did pick up. So starting off, I picked up this copy of The Dig. It's technically a big box, but not the original The Dig big box. I have seen the original The Dig big box come up on eBay, but once again, I didn't really want to pay a lot of money for it. It's a game I've never played. It's a LucasArts game. It's one I got a demo of, and I played it. It's kind of set up a little bit different. If compared to today's games, it's probably not as confusing, but coming from a straightforward point and click graphic games, it was one of those games that I couldn't quite work out at first. But I'm really looking forward to trying The Dig out and seeing how far I can get. The other reason was one of the ones I wanted to check out. It has Steven Spielberg had some hand in this game, so I was really intrigued with it. So in this, now they picked this up from Cash Converters originally. They've stuck a sticker over the top here. It's in reasonable condition. 95, I think this box version was released. So this is a bit like the extra large boxes. They're not the original, but I was quite happy. So inside, it just came with the CD and just a bit of a manual. And the original receipt from Cash Converters. Now, Cash Converters is like a pawnbroker shop. But I did pick this up for 99 cents. So it is still worth kind of looking, but you've got to be really patient and have the time with eBay. I think a lot of people pass on this because everyone's after the original big boxes, and I love the original big boxes, and but when you can't afford it, you got to sometimes second best is better, and maybe one day I'll come across it.
Here's where my alien education either pays off or we die.
Die?
As long as I don't accidentally offend him, we'll be okay.
Jurassic Park.
He says, open your mouth, which is their way of saying speak.
You do the talking, Maggie, so you can understand each other.
Speak.
Now, the next game I did buy from the same sellers I brought The Dig from. This one I paid $25 for, but it is in really good condition. That is Jurassic Park on the Mega Drive. Very clean, almost like brand new. Couldn't pass that up. I was actually surprised that no one else bidded past $25. I think it started off as 99 cents. Originally, I was going to just pay up to $20 for it. But I thought it yeah, it's in really good condition. So I'll go $5 more for it, and I actually won it. So it comes with the manual and the cartridge, all in really nice condition. Even has the warranty card still behind the booklet here. Oh. So yeah, still got the warranty card from Aussie Soft. Now this is another game. I was a huge Jurassic Park fan back in the early, was it 93 I think it came out, 91, 92, 93. And I did used to rent this from the local video store. But yeah, I never owned a copy, so I'm happy to get that, and I'm looking forward to playing it. It has kind of funny controls. Kind of reminds me of I think it was flashback games or Prince of Persia games, where I think you got to run, and to jump you got to kind of run and then jump. So you can't just walk to the edge and then jump like some games do. But yeah, I was happy with that. So that was $25. And the last game I picked up in April was a game I technically still own, but I did lend it to somebody 20 years ago, and it never got returned to me. Now, I do know where this person is, and they have told me they still have it, but due to some falling outs, and I don't think I'll ever see that copy again. Now, it was a special copy to me because it was one that my grandmother, who recently passed away, brought me for the Commodore 64. She bought it at a shop called Grace Brothers, and I don't think I will ever see that copy again. I just happened to come across a copy on eBay. The seller originally wanted $20 for it. I did put a best offer in and got it for $15. Considering it was a game that I did want to put in my collection, and technically thought it was still in my collection. I was just waiting for that person to go through boxes to find it again for me, because he had moved in that 20 years and all his stuff was in technically storage, and I was hoping he would have eventually got around to finding it in the box and getting it out for me, but that didn't happen. So the game that I picked up again was Caveman Ugh-lympics. I had the Commodore 64 version. This is the IBM version. It's in really good condition considering it came out in 1988. The box is stood the test of time quite well. The person who had this looked after it nicely. So yeah, I was quite happy, and it has everything with it. So the Commodore 64 one wasn't in a cardboard box like this. It was kind of like in a folder. So, and it came on floppy disk, and this one does too. So I think it's got 4. Yeah, so it's got 4 floppy disks, and it comes with the manual, and it also comes with a little newspaper. A bit like Zach McCracken. So that's another thing I was quite pleased to get that with it. But it was quite nice to have that on the shelf. It's not the original one that my grandmother gave me, but every time I look at it now, I will think fondly of her and the day that she brought that game for me. She also was the who brought me my original Commodore 64, my grandmother. So I'm quite happy to get that. Now this is basically, it's the Olympics, except it involves caveman, and they have different types of games regarding the cave Olympics. So my favorite is pole vaulting over a T-Rex. If you didn't jump high enough, the T-Rex ended up eating you. There was the club fighting, toss your mate, or whatever I think it was called, mate toss, where you had to pick up your wife and see how far you could throw her. Probably not very PC these days. Which one? There was saber-tooth tiger race where you had to outrace a saber-tooth tiger. You had to build there's one there, campfire fire making. You had to be the first to make a fire. And then there was the dinosaur racing. Yeah, I used to try so hard to do these. I could win sometimes, but yeah, it's funny controls. Not as easy as it looks. But yeah, that's Caveman Olympics. Well, guys, that's it for April. Not a lot this month, but as you can imagine, with everything going on in the world and all of us being locked up in home, yeah, I'm not going to pick up much. Yeah, like I said, I resorted back to eBay and found a few bargains. So in the comments, let me know which one of these 3 games you think was a bargain that I picked up, and which one was your favourite. And look, I've got to give it to the Caveman Egg Olympics just for the memories and how pleased I am to have it in my collection. So don't forget to like and share this video, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell because it lets you know when I upload a new video. Well, that's it. I'm off to play some ugh-lympics and see if I can get over that T-Rex, and I'll see you next week. Bye.